The sun is literally not lit. Like, the whole thing, dark AF. What is up, YouTube? So when I was about, let's say I was like 14 at the time, 13, 14, something like that. I was completely boy crazy. Like, I've been boy crazy for a while. Like, I'm not as, like, I've mellowed out by now. Like, I'm kind of just like, oh, boys, you cute, you cute. But back then I was like, oh my god, boys, like, I need a boyfriend. Like, I have to have a boyfriend. Like, I'm 13, but I need one. Like, I have to be relevant. So there was this boy, and we're gonna call him Derek, just because why not? Derek was in 9th grade. He was a freshman in high school. My brother was a freshman in high school. I was either in 7th grade or 8th grade. I think I was in 7th grade. I'm pretty sure I was in 7th grade. Yeah, we'll go with that. I was like 13, whatever, and this boy was like 15. Nothing weird, not at all. A little bit, just a little bit. Just tiny, weensy little bit, considering the fact that when I was in 7th grade, I didn't look like this, and I literally looked like I was 5. So, I mean, but you do you. You do you. So, we started talking. I don't even know how we started talking. I think, like, one of my friends dated him, and, like, I knew he was bad news. Everyone knew he was bad news. Everyone was like, Taylor, why are you talking to this guy? Like, he's fuck boy, like, don't go there, man, don't go there. He was like, hey, we should hang out. And I was like, yeah, totally, you know. But in my mind, I was like, I've never had a boy over. Like, the only boy I've ever had over at my house was, like, my brother's friends, or, like, this one guy that we've been friends with, like, forever. I, of course, wasn't logical, and I didn't want to talk to my parents. I didn't want to be like, hey, mom, dad, this is my boyfriend, like, let him come over, even though I'm literally 5. I was like, okay, let me just not tell my parents. So I was like, yeah, you can come over, whatever. I didn't think my parents were gonna be home. No one's gonna find out. So I invited him over, I told him my address. He was like 2 miles from my house, but he was gonna ride his bike. It's after school, and I'm like waiting for him to text me, tell me like he's on his way. And I walk into my house, and my dad is home. And I'm like, oh fuck, like, my dad's home. It's over, game over. So I text him, I'm like, hey, don't come, sorry, I'm sick. Like, hey, like, thinking of whatever excuse I can, because I don't want to get in trouble, because I'm, like, convinced that my parents are gonna kill me if they think that I, like, interact with boys that they don't know. He's like, no, I'm already on my way, like, it's fine, it's whatever, I'll, like, bring you soup, you're good, like, you'll be fine. So, of course, I'm like, hey, dad, can I go over to Ashley's house? And he's like, no, you have to do your laundry. And I was like, okay, so I, like, speed to do my laundry. I'm like, all right, cool beans. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done with my laundry, like, can I go now? And he's like, wait just 1 second, cause you're going to Ashley's house, right? And I was like, yeah, we're gonna hang out, you know? And he's like, then why did the gate just call and tell me that there's a boy here named Derek who is your boyfriend who's trying to come in? I froze. I was like, oh my god, like, how I can't lie at this point, because, like, there's no, like, I'm done. But of course I was just gonna continue on with the lying, because, like, why not? I already dug myself a deep hole. Why not make it deeper, you know? Logic. I was like, oh, well, you see, Ashley wanted me to invite Derek over, but her parents aren't home, so she asked me to use my name because then he could come in because you would answer the phone. I totally thought my dad was buying this. I was like, yeah, he totally, like, I'm home free, you know? And he's like, Taylor, tell me the truth. Does Ashley know this? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, So if I call Ashley's house right now, she'll tell me the truth, right? She'll tell me the same story you're telling me. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I just want to have a boy over, you know. And he's like, Taylor, you should have just told me that at the start. But it still was like tense. And he's like, I'm very disappointed in you, but you can have him over. He comes over, he meets my dad. He was trying to be so slick with my dad. Like, you know those guys that like, you can just tell they have bad intentions, but they try so hard to like pull one over on your parents. Yeah, that doesn't work with my parents. My parents have a really good sense of reading people. So I could tell my dad like already was not feeling this at all. But of course I was like 13, I didn't care. Like, this boy was cute and he liked me and he was my boyfriend. We went and like played pool at my house because we have like a pool table. And we were gonna go like walk outside because he's like, hey, like I really want to spend some alone time with you, because my brothers were being hella annoying, like screaming and like all that. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, Dad, hey, we're gonna like walk outside, you know? And he's like, okay, that's fine. And I was like, okay, cool, like this is going really well. So we start to walk outside and my dad sends my brothers out to spy on us. I didn't see them yet. And he like leaned in to like try to kiss me. And all of a sudden, my brother Connor goes, you're trying to kiss my sister? I'm telling Dad, like, you're so busted. I run as fast as I can. I'm like, no, this is not happening. Like, no, absolutely not. Cause like my dad thought we were just friends. Like, he didn't even know he was in 9th grade. I was like, this is not happening. So I like bolt to the door. I'm like running to Connor for my life. And I grab him. I'm like, Connor, if you don't tell Dad, I'll give you 20 bucks. He's like, nope, not gonna work. I was like, Connor, if you don't tell Dad, I'll let you play Sims. He's like, nope, not gonna work. He's like, Dad, Taylor's kissing a boy, like, and it's gross, and I can't believe this, and oh my gosh. And my dad just looks at me and he goes, is this true? And I was like, no, we were touching noses. And he's like, okay. My brothers were like, oh my God, you're touching noses. Like, this went on for like years as a joke, and it would annoy the hell out of me. And then my mom and my brother come home, my older brother, who apparently wrestles with Derek. So my brother walks in, being about 2 years older than me, and he's like, oh, hey Derek, like, bro, what's up? How's it going? Like, I just got home, but like, you wanna chill? My parents look at each other and they're like, Taylor, can you come in the office for a second? And in my house, if you get called into my dad's office, you know some shit's about to go down. And they're like, so exactly how old is Derek? And I was like, oh, he's a freshman in high school. And they were like, huh? What's that? He's what? He's how old? I was like, he's 15. And my parents, they're like, great. And why is a freshman in high school friends with our daughter? Why is a freshman in high school riding his bike 2 miles to see our 13-year-old daughter? I was like, oh, we're just really close. Then they call my brother in, and my brother spills the beans. My older brother, because my brothers hate me. My parents were like, oh, well, it's almost dinner time, so Derek, you have to go home now. I was like, yeah, I'll walk you out. And they stopped me right there. They said, nope, you stay inside. I'm sure Derek can find the door on his own perfectly fine. Derek never came over to my house again. I continued to talk to Derek, and Derek, the 15-year-old, repeatedly asked me, the 13-year-old, to come over to his house and shower with him. Let that sink in. 15, slightly pubescent body. 13, 10-year-old little boy body. Okay. Moral of the story, trust your parents, because they probably know what they're talking about, even if you hate them at first. Because I did, for a while, because anywhere we went, anytime my parents were with my family or whatever, they had to bring it up. Just had to. They brought up the entire story and they thought it was hilarious, and I would like go off crying and be super embarrassed. But now I thank them that they were such good judges of character, because I could have probably gotten myself into a lot of trouble with that guy. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that story time. If you'd like to hear more story times or just want to give me suggestions for further videos, comment down below in the comment section. Subscribe for more videos. I put out new videos every single week. Follow me and turn on my notifications for all my social media. They will be linked down below as always. I will see you guys next week, and stay Gucci!